So today we're talking about lesson 2.15, the last lesson of new material before your test on Friday. And today's learning goal is to be able to solve two-step word problems that involve measurement conversions. So you're going to take what you know about measurement conversions, what you've been working on in lessons 13 and 14, and then use that information to help you solve word problems. And it's already telling you that your word problems today are going to take at least 2 steps to solve it. So you're going to have to do 2 different math operations to solve the word problems. Is this realistic? And when you have word problems or real life problems, does someone tell you, okay, this is a 2-step problem or this is a 3-step problem? No. So it's kind of funny. Math problems are like that. Math textbooks are like that. Sometimes they'll tell you some stuff that is not realistic, okay? But for today, you can know that your word problems will involve at least 2 steps, and they're going to have to do with measurement conversions. So number 1, it says, Liza's cat had 6 kittens. When Liza and her brother weighed all the kittens together, they weighed 4 pounds, 2 ounces. Since the kittens are all about the same size, about how many ounces does each kitten weigh? Does this problem sound familiar?
Yes.
Is it exactly the same?
No.
Given what we did together during the problem of the day, take a moment right now to draw yourself a tape diagram and see if you can solve this problem. So we're going to draw a piece of tape. And how much does the whole piece of tape weigh? How much does the entire piece of tape weigh? Sporty? 4 pounds and 2 ounces. And we want to split that into how many different sections? Ella? 6. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, we need to divide 4 pounds and 2 ounces into 6 parts, but is that easy to divide? We need to convert, don't we? So let's convert the 4 pounds. We can say that 4 pounds is equal to 4 times 1 ounce. Sorry, times 1 pound. Now we're going to convert the pounds to ounces. Are we converting from a larger to smaller or smaller to larger when we convert from pounds to ounces? Tara? I love how I saw Tara going large to small with her arms. And during the test, if that helps you, you can do that as well, okay? So if we're converting from large to small, do we need to think about fractions? No. We know that there are how many ounces, Ben, in 1 pound?
16.
Thank you. And Ben, I want to thank you for helping us because now that we all know that Ben made that fabulous fail, will we ever forget that fact that there are 16 ounces in 1 pound?
No.
So Ben, thank you so much for continually making that fabulous fail and learning from it so we can all learn from it too. Okay, so we can find out that that means that 4 times 16 is, everyone?
64.
64 ounces. Now, is that our total ounces?
No.
We need to add the 2. So how many ounces do I have all together? 66 ounces. And in our head, can we divide that by 6? So each kitten weighs 11 ounces.
Multiply and divide.
The first step, you got it, was multiplying and adding to find the total weight. And then the second step, so this is step 1. Step 2 was doing 66 divided by 6 to find the weight of 1 kitten. Okay, so do you see how there's 2 steps to this word problem? The first step is converting, and then the second step is dividing. Okay? It says, a container of oregano, which is a type of spice, is 17 pounds heavier than a container of peppercorns. The total weight is 253 pounds. The peppercorns will be sold in 1-ounce bags. How many bags of peppercorns can be made? Well, every time we see a word problem, the first thing we need to do is figure out what is this question asking. So, Alexander, what is this question asking?
How many bags of peppercorn can be made?
Yeah, we want to figure out in the end how many bags of peppercorn can there be. Arhan, what important information do we need in order to solve the problem?
A container of
Oregano, yeah.
oregano is 17 pounds heavier than a container of peppercorn.
And the total weight is?
And the total weight is 253 pounds.
Okay, and then we want to eventually divide the peppercorns into?
1 ounce bag.
Good. So far by drawing this diagram, we can see that 2 peppercorns is the same weight as 236 pounds. So in order to figure out how much one peppercorn weighs, we just divide 236 by 2, which is the same as what? 118 pounds. Now, is that the answer? The question is asking how many bags of peppercorns can be made. So we know that the peppercorn is split into 1 ounce bags. So if I have 118 pounds of peppercorns, how many ounces is that? So far, this is step 1 in our 2-step problem. Step 2 is to be converting the 118 pounds into what? Ounces. And when we do that, are we converting from a large to small or a small to large unit? We're going from a pound to small. So large to small, do we need to deal with fractions? No. Okay, so what we can do, we know we now have 118 pounds. So we know that that's equal to 118 copies of 1 pound, right? Which is the same as 118 copies of how many ounces? 16 ounces. So in order to find out how many ounces there are all together, we just need to do 118 times 16. Go ahead and do that math. If there are 1,888 ounces in 118 pounds, how many bags of peppercorn can there be?
1,888 bags.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to make sure you have the right label. If you wrote 1,888 ounces, is that correct? No. This question is asking how many bags can there be. So do you guys see how the first step was to figure out how many pounds of peppercorns there were, and the second step was to convert it into ounces? This is a 2-step problem that seemed complicated at first, but once you draw a tape diagram, is it confusing? No. If this red part is the amount of concentrate she used, how many sections should I draw to represent the water she used? How many sections? If she used 5 times as much of the concentrate, and the concentrate is right there, how many sections should I draw? 5, right? So I'm going to draw that down here, actually. Okay, and this is the water. Now, all together, we know that, as we said, there are 6 sections of stuff, right? 1 section of concentrate and then 5 sections of water. So altogether, there are 6 sections of stuff. We also know, so this part is the same, this extra stuff is how many cups? 32. 32 cups, because we know that she used 32 more cups of water compared to the concentrate. So 32 cups, how many units are here for 32 cups? 4. So how many cups go into each unit? How many cups go into each unit? 32. There's 32 cups all together for this part that there's extra water, right? And that's split into 4 equal units. So how many cups can go into each extra unit? 8. So in each of these units, there's 8 cups because I'm splitting them into 4. Okay? So if 8 cups can fit into each unit, how many cups fit in this unit right here? 8 cups. And how many go into this unit right here? 8. There's also 8 cups here. So how can I figure out how much all together, when I mix all these sections of 8 cups, how much juice is there all together? How many sections are there all together, we said? 6. So how can I figure out how many cups there are in the entire juice when she mixes 8 cups of concentrate with 8 cups, 8 cups, 8 cups, 8 cups, 8 cups of water? How can I figure out how much juice there is all together? Alina? I do 8 cups times 6 sections, which is a total of 48 cups. So how much juice did she make in all? 48 cups.